Hello people, how the devil are you? We're back in the saddle, so to speak. Lovely day by the looks of it. Here in Homer. We're just off the parking ramp here. Thanks. The intention today is to head up to Homer. Let's see if I've got this on the sim brief. No, not sim brief. Here we go. So we're down in it here in Homer. So what we're going to be, as you can see, is 210 degrees at 4 knots. So we're going to be using 220, I think it is. So the wind is more or less coming from there. So we're going to be coming down here, doing a left turn, heading up to Homer and picking up our route and the Homer VOR, and then following our route down here down to ODK, and then from ODK we're going to be dropping down into Kodiak, which is down here on this little island here, which is nice. So that's the intention. How well that happens I've no idea, but that's the intention. So we're sat down here. Let's get us sorted out. It's just over an hour. It should take us. That reminds me. Let's get Skytrack started up. Okay, quick check of the weights. What we're supposed to be having on this. We are 7 people on board, 78 kilograms of one, 2, 3, 4, no, too many 7s, 5, how many did I say? 7, that's 5, 6, 7. Right, that's that. We've got what, 78 kilograms of luggage. Take us back forward a little bit, and just to make sure we've got plenty of fuel, and that should do us nicely. Okay, so as I remember right, if the in fact we should be able to read the numbers. That's 04, so we should be going down there, 220. taking off in this direction. Can't see a windsock. It would have been nice to see a windsock, but still. Probably is one on here, just can't see it at the moment. Okay. So we've got a 1850 takeoff time, which is in about 15 minutes. Let's see, that's where we're going last. So 15 minutes time, we'll be taking off. It says here, time to connect up to VATSIM, because we're using VATSIM. And load the flight plan. That'll do nicely. Okay, again, there's no controllers that I can see in range of us right now, but life's a peach. So that's the intention. If I grab Navigraph, we're over in PAHO. So we've got the 4 runways, which is 4 to 22 and 24. If I bring up the charts, is it that one? Yeah. So we're here. So we're going to go up to the end, probably there, turn around, take off. That's our intention. Apparently, according to that, there's a windsock there, but we can't see it. And there's a windsock there. We still can't see it. So that's the intention. So straight out. We'll probably do a left-hand circuit. Get onto Homer. There are no SIDs for this area, so that'll be easy enough. As I say, that's where we are. We'll be off to, this is slightly different from what we're going. Is that Homer there? No, that's not Homer there. That's Homer. So basically, as I say, takeoff 220. May actually, that's so basically, yeah, the best bit would be a right hand circuit onto Homer and then down, and then down to here. Whether it works out like that or not is another matter. Right, so we've got 10 minutes till we start flying now, so best start doing things. Power Propellers on. Propeller is at minimum. So we've got all that stuff done as per normal. We're going to be going at an altitude of 10,000 feet is our cruise altitude. We will get there eventually. (10,000 feet) we will be doing using speed to control our initial climb, and again we're aiming for about 100 knots. To start off with heading, you will want the yaw dampers on. Things. So, quick external. Get somewhere we're not too blinded by the light. Right, full left, right rudder, centre, full left, centre, full right, full up, full down, centre. We're good. I bet your average pilot wished he could do that. Okay, so we're ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. 8 minutes to go. Excuse me. I hate it when it does that. So we're sat there, as I say, going to be coming out, heading in this direction, going to the end of the runway. And things. We're on VATSIM, so we need to tune into Omnicom. Honest 122.8. Go. Not sure if we'll be able to hear anybody around us, but thanks. Okay, ready to go with about 7 minutes. Fuel switch is normal. Start engines. Oil pressure is coming up. ITT, torque, NG, all good. Of course, one should always make sure one has one's lights on. Transponder, our code will be effectively doing IFR, so let's go for 2000. Switch it on to alt as we started off. Let's have a look. It's 1002 hectopascals here, so we'll just quickly change that. To 80 foot above speed, is it? Above sea level, seems about right. Okay. Still no controllers. So we're good little boys and wait for the proper time. Okay, so there's our route. Again, initially we'll be going heading. I need to turn the starter off, otherwise we're just wasting energy. Okay, let's give it an off blocks. It's 4 minutes early, but I can live with that if you can. Homer traffic, Skyways 2123, taxiing for runway 22, backtracking on the runway, Homer traffic. I may actually get used to that one day. Okay, brakes off. Let's get ourselves moving. Here we go. See who we can take out. About to enter, so that. Okay. Homer traffic, Skyways 2123, entering runway 0422 for backtrack and line up runway 22. And I keep forgetting the Homer traffic at the end. Right. Nothing left. Nothing that we can see right. And we're entering the runway. Let's get a bit of speed on. And last night we were landing in this direction. Tonight we'll be taking off in the opposite direction. lights on. I think that's supposed to be the turnaround point. We shall turn around here, slow down a bit, so we don't want to be on a tricycle undercarriage, so we don't want to be turning too quickly. There we go. Right, we're on the centre line, let's centre the heading, and let's get started. Let's get a show on the road. Homer traffic, Skyways 2123, departing runway 22, Homer traffic. So rotate speed. Accelerate to 100 knots. It says we want to keep on track. There's our 100 knots. Bring in the AP, let that take over. Okay. Let's turn on to course. Not elegant at all, but we're not going to be getting in the way of anybody else. As we say, nobody over there, nobody over there, nobody at the airport, we're all alone. Should do nicely. So 2,000 feet, 8,000 to go. It's amazing how quickly there are issues with the real weather updates in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Obviously a little bit more. Okay, we're coming up onto our course just about. We'll be there. Honest. Just a little bit more. There we go. So we turn nav on from heading. Made the turn, update the heading book. Increase the it's more like the okay, everything's in the green, all happy teddies. Sit back, relax, enjoy the scenery. Right, so now we're going to start making our turn proper. Ourselves nicely. So this is the Alaskan mesh from Orbex that's making all this look so brilliant. Very nice it is too. That's where we've just left. It's all looking good. Right, excuse me a couple of minutes, I just have to go do something else while we're in the climb. I should be back in a second. Right, I have returned. I just had to speak to the cabin crew to get myself some refreshments. So he's sitting back and enjoying the scenery at the moment. Nice thing about this tour is that a couple of the airports are available as downloads and are on sale. One of those is Kodiak, which we're going to now, so hopefully we'll get a pretty decent experience landing at that airport. Same, we have the Alaskan mesh, which looks pretty damn good, even if I say so myself. I hope our 7 invisible passengers are enjoying the view as well. Sure if we've got anybody watching tonight, but if doesn't look as though there is, to be honest. But if you are, hello, how are you doing? If you're watching this after the fact, hello, how are you? How are you doing? Hope you enjoyed the Jubilee concert. If you wasn't watching this. Okay, top of this descent. So, top of climb, should I say. Merrily tootling along. I always love being in this area of the world, flying around, mainly because of the scenery more than anything else. And it is breathtaking, even virtually, even with a mere 1080 Ti. Graphics settings are at medium mostly, some are on high. The clouds don't look great, but they look good enough. Excuse me. Okay. So we've got 50, well, just under 60 nautical miles to go. So Shoya is the next point on the Shoya is the next point. Sinak, ODK. ODK being quite close to the thing, so when we get down to Sinak, we'll be looking at dropping height. Dropping height and working out our approach for our landing. I suppose being as we're at 10,000 feet, I can turn the landing lights off. Just keep an eye out for other aircraft. We don't seem to have any around us. Not that's easily visible anyway. Let's have another look outside. Just risen. So off in the distance is our airport. Let's won't get through there. We should be heading in the correct direction over there. Let's quickly look at the meta for where we're going. Okay, that's supposed to be 300 at 10 knots, bearing 330 at 10 knots. Again, clear skies. Again, 1002 hectopascals, so we're all cool. More or less the same. More or less the same weather as we took off in. So So we're looking at initial. What we're looking at now, we are looking at this, and we want to go to PADQ, their charts list. Stars, there are no stars, so all we've got for approaches. So we're looking at 300 degrees on the nose for the thing. So we're looking at, okay, so we can do an ILS. Or we can do an RNAV. We're coming in from, see, we're going to be going into ODK. So we're going to be wanting 1,600 feet regardless. So that's 2,500 feet. Matto, Cadel. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So we go for an ILS. We may as well do the ILS. So DME required, circling runway not Earth. Okay. Rapidly rising terrain northwest. ILS unusable from 2 inbound when on the locust. Pilot controlled lighting. Oh no. Right. Okay. Okay, so the ILS is only good to 2 nautical miles inland. So what we're probably best off doing so if we do that, that's 1,600, call it 1,500. So we've got to drop, we're at 10,000, so that's 8,500. Yeah, 8,500 we've got to drop. We're doing 2.5 miles a minute, so indicator speeds 170, call it 3 miles a minute. No, it's more like 4 miles a minute, isn't it? if we go down at 1,000 feet per minute, that's 8 minutes. 8 times 4 is 32, so 32 miles. We want to start coming down. Okay. So if we come into here, there are no arrivals, so we're going to have to go for an approach. Localizer Z, localizer Y. So let's go for that one. We'll go in via Afghan or Hindu. We'll go in via Afghan. Biometric and minimums on the RNAV is 560 feet. That. Let's pull the range out a bit, see. Wait. Okay. That's looking good. Get to Shoya. Start looking at slowing, dropping down. So we're basically going to go at Shoya. We're going to miss out this bit, go straight for Afghan, and then go in. So that's basically what we're going to try and do. So come this point we're going to start dropping down. So initial drop is 4,000. changes the things at 6 minutes at 1000. 6 fours are 24, so it would be 24 miles. So it's probably going to be good. We've got 14 miles to go before we have to worry about this. So altitude set, we'll take that to 4,000, which is our initial, which is our next height that we're heading for. Ooh, 50 hours. Okay, so that's all set up. Single puff of cloud just over there. Let's get back on nav. Okay, 5 nautical miles. We're going to be landing over there somewhere. Obviously no way we can see that. Tells me there's 3 people watching at the moment. Hello people, how the devil are you? Oh, Jonathan, hi. Hey. I'm good, thank you. Sorry, not normally used to people watching, so I missed you. Ooh. Oh, that's on PANC, so that's Anchorage. Fair enough. Not really worried about him. Okay, so we're 4,000. We want to start going down for some vertical speed. We're going to be going down at about 1,000 feet per minute. Let's drop that. I'll get over here. Procedure. Activate vector to final. Don't want to be that, we want that. So there we go. So we're going in now. So next spot is Fagan, 24 nautical miles away. We want to be at 4,000 or above for that. Still over 50 nautical miles away from there. Things. It's going well, thank you. Yeah, one of them may be me, but on my iPad, just monitoring things, making sure that we're not falling over. But yes, the things, it's all right so far. It's been absolutely cloudless. The Microsoft Flight Simulators, real world weather updates seem to be a bit iffy, as in the METARs for Kodiak are 300 at 10 knots, and we've got a tailwind in virtually the opposite direction. Well, when I say opposite direction, what's that, 60 degrees out and up our trough. So it's probably going to it may well make landing interesting, but basically we're coming in on, oh, come over here you bugger, here we go. So we're coming into, we're using the RNAV for runway 26. We're heading for FGen at the moment, so from FGen we're going to be 167 at 4,000 feet to Rugby. At Rugby we're going to start dropping down to 2,500, and hopefully we'll catch up on the glide path, RNAV glide path from there. The glide path, by the looks of it, stops at Cadell, as Cadell is visual from there on. Missed approach if we can't see it, and that's highly unlikely in today's weather conditions, where it's a climbing left turn to 4,000 feet direct to Hinbu, which is over here, and hold. So it's just me and my Billy boys and things. There used to be two Roberts. I used to have a cousin called Robert, but unfortunately he died last year from throat cancer. Oops. Let the speed get a little bit away from us. It's getting a bit bumpy as we're going over this outcrop here. Let's have a look. So turbulence from this lot. Look at that. What a spectacular place to get eaten by wolves or bears. We're nearly in. So there we go. So what, we're on a 25 mile trunk, so we're nearly 25, we're just over 25 miles, we'll call it 28, 29 into Kodiak. So we're just starting the things here. So I best do something about calls, hadn't I? Kodiak traffic, skyways 2123, 4,700, descending 4,000 for the RNAV approach to runway 26, Kodiak traffic. That's what we want. That's what we want. So it's over there somewhere, basically. Okay, that's us catching the 4,000. Let's get the torque back up a bit, keep the speed. Okay, the next one is 2,500. So select that now. So how's your editing going, Jonathan? Well, we'll go swanning around Europe taking videos of things. Keeps you off the streets, I suppose. One thing I keep forgetting to do is that coming in for land, so we best put the landing lights on, strobes are on, that's all good, all happy, all vibratory. Makes a change. You're not working on a Saturday. Nice to see you. Yes. I mean whatever you think I mean. Right, so we're on our initial approach. Excellent. Well, it's lovely to have you here. In fact, I might even get on the Discord. server and say hello to you if you're happy to be chatting live. Okay, 2,500 set. That's 2,500 drop from Rugby to Matto. We're expecting the 239 degree vector. And now it's 320. Okay, I shall get into the channel whenever I can find it.
Oh, you sound different for no apparent reason.
Hello, people.
Does the audio sound worse, or does it sound
Better.
better? Alright, that's good.
Hello,
Hiya,
people.
Bob.
You're live on YouTube. If you don't want to be live, I shall quite happily leave.
Oh, that's fine. I was going to discuss my airspace infringement from the other day, but...
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine be.
yeah. And other subject matters actually, Jonathan, which I'm not sure you may want to discuss on YouTube. So I'll be...
We'll keep them off the record.
Yeah.
We'll have to do it later. We'll have to do it later once I've finished streaming.
Are you streaming a flight? Is that?
I am streaming a flight, yes.
Well, what's the? I'm assuming it's YouTube, or is it Twitch?
Yes. If you look in Jonathan's WhatsApp group,
Actually,
you'll see the link.
Share that actually. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're not in that.
Vertical
You're not
speed.
on that.
Oh, wrong way.
Mr. Winter.
Mr. McGregor.
Right.
You can see there's
Okay.
like about 10,000 viewers.
How many people have I embarrassed myself in front of?
Me and Bob, but so far.
Me, Jonathan, and somebody else.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
This is most likely Bob because he's connected on his tablet as well.
As long as a person isn't from my airfield, or from the CAA, or from a future airline, then
There's approximately 0 chance, but yeah.
approximately 0. What about Michael O'Leary? Because I don't want to get on.
Oh yeah, very likely. Very
Oh,
likely.
I thought you would.
Respected employer there.
Yeah.
What do you
what's
been busy?
Yeah, added me
Right.
to this group, Jonathan, this WhatsApp group.
If you become a signed up channel member, sure.
Oh, it's one of those.
Oh.
I need to use my money for flying. Sorry, mate.
Okay. Right, I'm going to mute this for a few minutes, mainly because I've got to concentrate on landing now.
Oh,
Okay,
fantastic.
Right, we're 2,500, heading in for Matto. The glide slope's just coming up, so I'll hit the approach. We are on the centre line. Kodiak traffic, Skyways 2123. On final for runway 26. We'll advise when established. Kodiak traffic. let's get some. Okay, so I'm just about to hit the glide path. And the glide path is alive. And I'm trying to pick out the let's reset this. Right, there it is. And it looks all like we're on an offset approach, which is interesting. Let's bring the range in a bit. Yeah, so this will take us down to is it Matto? Yeah, this will take us down to Matto. So by Matto we're going to be off the GPS, sorry, off the autopilot and go manually. Oops, go a bit too fast. That off. All the lights are on. We're happy. Didn't want that to happen. It's a nice place to be. Got 2.5 nautical miles. Last stage of flaps. Kodiak traffic, Skyways 2123, established, RNAV approach, runway 26. And I keep forgetting that second Kodiak traffic. Okay. We've got 800 foot, 560 foot minimums. We can see the runway. We are committed, and we're going to land. It's an uphill. It's an uphill landing as well. Okay, let's kill the autopilot. Okay, we're on our own now. Should be straight on the nose. The wind, I mean, oh no. Off to our right a bit. Yeah, definitely want to be higher rather than lower, with that bloody thing suddenly turning up in front of us. Gotta admit, the scenery is gorgeous. Okay, here's the threshold. Keep it on the centre line, damn it. That far in. So next left is what we're looking for by the looks of it. Yep, next left. Right. Kodiak traffic, skyways 2123, clear, runway 26. Kodiak's traffic. Right, let's get this on there. So taxi lights on, landing lights off, strobe lights off. The thing is, we'll bring up the taxi charts so we can see where we are. Okay. Okay, we're heading in the wrong direction. Should have been on the other side. No matter. Kodiak traffic, skyways 2123, taxiing to parking via Delta and Foxtrot. So, let's get out. Ourselves a little bit of forward momentum. And do a 270 more or less, 300 even. Don't want to get too much power on. This is Delta. Foxtrot's just coming up on our right. I'm the only one here, there's nobody on things, so it doesn't really matter. Kodiak traffic, skyways 2123 crossing runway 08 at Foxtrot. Kodiak traffic, Skyways 2123, clear, runway 08, Kodiak traffic. Let's follow this along. I suppose if we're going to do it sort of semi-properly, if nothing else. And we shall stop there. I know you want me to stop there, but I'm stopping here. Right. Brakes on. Cut off, fuel off. Avionics off. Standby generator off, battery off. And that says complete. Let's stop this. Cool. It's another hour to the things. Right, let me get this back on. Let me start talking to them again.
What?
Hello, guys.
Hey, oh.
Hey, welcome back.
Yep.
That was a good landing.
You approve, do you?
I approve.
Excellent.
It was
Send my notice,
the
please.
scenery.
Yeah,
The scenery on final was just.
it's gorgeous. This is why I like Alaska.
It's a shame the tower
Amazing.
controller didn't approve.
Sorry?
It's a shame the tower controller didn't approve of your landing, but we do, so it's fine. I've just watched them back now. The scenery is beautiful, actually. Is that the TBM?
No, it's the default Cessna 208.
Oh, nice, the caravan.
So, operations, tours. Let's get ready for leg 4, shall we? Which is from here.
I need to reorder this inner tube for the bike because
I've got mine sat next to me here waiting to be installed. I just can't be bothered.
the last time actually did. Bob, you'll remember this. The last time I was on Discord, I was actually in the process of repairing one of the punctures off the rear. Yep, and I came back from holiday and found the thing as flat as a pancake.
Oh dear.
So I've got the dimensions this afternoon. I've found the exact one it is, so I'm just going to order that.
Mine deflated halfway through a 36-mile bike ride for charity. Managed to fix it, and then it deflated the second I got it home. I woke up the next day and it was just flat. I was like, oh great, well at least it lasted that long.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, let's get this on the road.
Are we doing another leg?
Hopefully, yes.
To
Iliamna. So we're going PADQ to PAIL.
Ooh.
So I'll bring this into SimBrief because it's the easiest way of doing things.
Love sim brief.
Why at checkout is it still showing my old address?
Oh, mate, you know what's really bad? Did I tell you I had my driving test this morning?
No, you didn't.
Mate, I just said to my mum before, I said, Jacob's got his driving test this morning.
Oh, yeah. Stay off the roads.
You didn't pass, did you?
1 minor.
No.
1 minor, yeah, in my car.
So you
You're
passed?
joking?
Nah.
Oh, right.
So I did pass.
Sounds like me.
So I did pass with 1 minor.
I was going to say, you only need a major to fail, so you only had 1 minor. Well done.
Yeah, my sister got 14 when she did her test, so I'm pretty
happy. Well done.
And it was funny because by the end of the driving lesson, I'd convinced the guy to go watch Top Gun, go have a trial flight, and go to the local simulator that he was debating about booking. He got to the end of the test, and he was like, the last thing we did was we pulled back in the test, and then we're waiting for another car to finish their maneuver in the car park. And he was like, "Oh, sorry, I've got distracted talking. Can you stop here? We need to wait for that car." And I was like, "Sure, mate." I literally completely sidetracked him the entire journey. For the first 5 minutes, it was like awkward silence. And then when he realized that I could actually drive, he just started talking. And then, like, that was it. I just hooked him. Like, I had him hooked. He said he'd been skydive. And I was like, have you really? Oh, where was that from? Was it from North Durham or Peterlee or Causey Park? And he was like, Causey Park. I was like, oh, hey, I've been meaning to fly there. Yeah, it was great.
Brilliant.
He had to like actually stop the conversation to tell us where to turn on a junction. He nearly forgot once, which was funny.
What was your minor?
I basically just came in too hot to a particular corner on a road I'd not driven down. We went down a test route I'd never been down before, and it's you know those 60 mile an hour B roads that have right angle corners in them that are quite deceiving.
Yeah.
It had just gone a national speed limit, started speeding up, and this corner was like, it kind of went downhill on the corner and was a sharp right bend. And when I realized, I just had to brake fairly hard. And that was the only minor that I got.
Oh, cool.
So,
pretty good, well done.
Just have to get insurance now, that's the hard bit.
My days of shuttling and taxi driver are finally over. I never thought I'd see the day.
Don't say that, mate. I need to get insurance next.
Mate, get your flipping insurance.
Right.
This is the same person, Bob, that I picked up from Morpeth train station early yesterday morning to go for a flight, and guess what? It was too flipping cloudy.
Yeah. Literally. And I also exposed 2 of his passengers, one of which had never flown before, to a an air crash.
Yeah.
And to another one who had flown once before with me, and on the previous flight the seat broke.
Basically went to take my girlfriend and her sister for a flight, and her sister hasn't flown before. So yeah, it was interesting.
Right, the METAR that we've got for current times is a case of runway 26, where we just landed on, is not authorised for takeoffs. So the closest
surprised with that.
Yeah, so we're not closest we're going to get is runway 8.
Takeoff, you plunge it in wheel.
No, not runway 8. Yeah.
Or a fence.
Going around.
It is. It's just. It was. If it wasn't so funny, if it wasn't, the fact it happened, and it would, it's.
So
going around. Oh no.
So
basically, without getting in,
bit of a crosswind, I'm going to be taking off on runway 8.
Better than
without getting into too much detail, Bob, and kept strictly here, actually.
And the rest of the world, because you're still on.
I basically filmed a plane crash at my local airfield the other day.
Oh, very nice.
From about 20 feet away.
Yeah. We were waiting to get on our aircraft to go and do a flight, and this idiot floated it 3/4 away down the runway, touched down in front of where we were parked, and then barreled the plane into the fence and flipped it onto its wing. The Cessna 150 that we flew in.
That I got my PPL in.
Oh.
And I'd seen him do a low approach at just previous, and I got my camcorder out and was just like, I've seen this plane land 100 times. Who cares? I'll get my try out the 4K camcorder again.
Yeah. You said those exact words.
I just filmed it, and the idiot crashed it.
It was certainly a spectacle to behold.
Right. I'm going to have to come out of here to load up the next flight plan.
But it was an interesting day.
Yeah.
We're taking off at 2010.
At least they could walk afterwards.
They could. I don't think he could after he whammed his head off those flaps.
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
2015.
They would have had a nasty
headache. So we've got plenty of time.
Oh, you're not kidding. You're not kidding.
Load from this PC.
Right, I've just sorted my Bergamo footage out. Now I need to get all the light footage on.
Cool. Where are you?
Actually, I'll show you this clip. This was from Bergamo last week.
He's sharing.
Screen share is activated. What is it? It's this one.
So we're going
you can see the lightning in the background.
Yeah, I can just tell by the colour of the clouds.
You can see it.
Oof, yeah. That was a flash.
It's another one. It was just building. It was brewing in the background. And
Lux VMC.
you couldn't take off into the other direction because it was just solid red. And this pilot was like, "Yeah, I'm out of here."
Where was that again? Sorry.
Bergamo.
Ryanair still flying. That
another
looks
day
a
in the
lot
office.
thicker than it probably actually is. Yeah, that looks.
You notice how it becomes lighter as he takes off in the opposite direction. It's just
like the perfect storm.
Let's see. Let's get ready for this thing, shall we? Um, 77 again.
Tell you what, actually, Bergamo's a really class airport for spot now.
4, 5. 6.
USB for this.
7.
Just be 1 second. I just got to take my plate into the kitchen. Just 1 sec.
97. That'll do fine. Let's give it a bit of fuel. That should do us wonderfully. Okay, we've only got an hour to go, an hour or so flight, so let's connect up to that. We have got our flight plan in, haven't we? Yep. Okay, that's filed. Don't know whether I needed to file it or not, but refile it because I got it from the server, but whatever. Right.
I'm back.
Hello, back.
Hello.
8 minutes to take off.
How many legs are you doing?
Just this and the next one, which is about another hour's flight.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh no, an hour and a half. So it's fairly simple.
You redline it, you'll do it in an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
So we get that started. Sorry, you were saying? Okay, that's on, that's down, that'll do, that's okay.
The message I got off Megan, Jacob, she was looking forward to the flight we were going on.
What was that, sorry?
Megan said she was looking forward to a flight yesterday. I was like,
oh,
all right.
Somehow. How?
Yep.
Okay, now the lights are on because we've got power.
Such a shame.
After all that, she's a very resilient woman.
Oh, yes. Yes.
She'll be wanting to go skydiving next. Without a parachute.
I don't think our relationship's going to last that long if that happens.
No. In fact, I think it will be a very quick skydive.
I think I'll be the one stood in the aircraft and she'll be the one going, "Where's the parachute?"
After she's jumped. Oh no. I thought this was a bungee jump. Where's the bungee cord? Oh no.
There are no departures. Okay.
Oh, Jonathan, can I very quickly just private call you? Ask you a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Take 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. Be back in a sec, Bob.
Yeah, no problem.
Cheers. Just be on second.
Okay, so we're not allowed to go off in this direction. The METAR is still for 300 degrees at 10. So basically, our only real option, we're not really allowed to go this direction, use this runway or this runway to take off. So that's 260 or 290. So we're looking at this one, which is runway 1, or this runway, or this runway. So what we're going to be doing is basically take off in the direction we came from. It's going to be dead easy to go into that section there. Okay, so comms has reset itself yet again, so let's get that back onto Unicom. Happy days, 4 minutes to block time, so best get some started. Fuel is on. Condition is good. Battery to it's either on or normal by the looks of it. I'll leave it on normal. Okay, starter is going. Prop is turning, entry is increasing, pressure is in the green, temperature's in the green. We're all happy, we've got a good start. Ooh, got someone in the local area. Right, let's get down here. Transponder, our code should be 2000 because we're on IFR and we haven't been given a squawk. We want that to be on alt. And go back, mode C is on VATSIM. So they're over there somewhere. Right. Kodiak traffic, Skyways 2123, taxiing runway 1 via Foxtrot, Delta, Charlie and Bravo. Kodiak traffic. Right, let's get this show on the road. We know somebody's on final for 2-6. Oh, this could be good. Sorry about that, chaps. Didn't realise there was a second aircraft. Thank you. Right. Okay, so we're going to be taking off on 01. Eventually. So we're on Charlie now. Let's remember my lights. Okay, so everybody's coming in on 26. Up prior to going. Gorgeous, isn't it? That view in front. Yeah, no worries, Jonathan. I can leave Discord if you guys want to chat privately, there's no problems. Okay, here we go. flap set. Strobe is going on. Landing lights are on. Taxi lights off. Kodiak traffic, Skyways 2123 entering runway 1. Set. Quickly do that now. So we're going for 10,000. Initially we're going to be on heading, we're going to be on FLC, and we're going to be doing that's on, good to go. Kodiak traffic, Skyways 2123, departing runway 1. Kodiak traffic. Okay. Rotate speed. Speed build up. We're heading in the generally the right direction. Zoom out a bit. Okay. Let's get around a bit more. So we can pick up the get onto nav before we get to the turn. There we go. Nav. And that should bring us on nicely. Don't know what happened there. Press the nav button. Nothing happened. once we decide which way we're going. So that's the city of Kodiak. Town, city, whichever one it is. We're heading away. Heavy climbs. Okay, prop RPM is good. NG is good, that's good, that's all good, plenty of fuel. If anything we could increase. Go a little bit long further. Happy days. So, we're on course, on track. Reset the heading bug. Let's get an external shot. So that's where we'll be. General direction of that way. And while we're climbing, I'm just going to go to the left as well. Excuse me. Right, we're back. Sorry about things. Nobody is on. Yeah, nobody is on. What's his face still? So that's it. No controllers about. So what are we doing? We're over the hump. Everything's in the green. Done out. Helps if you have the right pressure in. Okay, ILIs are next. It's 127 nautical miles away. We've got 48 minutes to get there. So let's have a look. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Stick that on. So that's where we are. And that's where we're heading to. If I go on to the world map, it doesn't really show much at all of anything. But as I say, we're on B12 at the moment. At 10,000 feet, which is what we're supposed to be on. Straight into ILI, which is right next to the thingy. So if we go to PAIL, our runways are 8, 18, 26 and 36. Okay. Let's open up the thing. So we're looking at runway 26. We're going on our GPS. So we're heading all the way into here. Okay. Right, so at some stage we're going to be turning off our things to all peak or all peak or whatever you want to call it, and WACNU, just work out. So we'll worry about that when we get there. But if we put that in now, so we're heading in for 26. Hopefully we'll stop in time for there. We'll go on to the apron, so it'll be straight on to Charlie. Elevation is 144. Cool. So that's what we're doing. That's the plan of action right now. So if we may as well bring that up. Are there any approaches for? No arrivals, 5 approaches. Okay. So we're going to go for an approach, enter. Which one do we say? 626. That one there. Enter. We're going to be coming in via UPIC. UPIC, should I say? Enter that. No, we'll enter that. Approaches, what's our minimums? Our minimums barrow is 424. So we want that to be our barrow 424. The closest we're going to get this. Above that, rounded up, that's going to be 430. Okay, enter that. And we shall load that. So we can close that. Let's range out. So we've got a fair way to go. Strange. But at some stage over here, once we get around about here, about 75 miles, which is about 20 odd miles away from the things, we'll divert to a peak and come in on the Arnav approach. That is our intention. Whether it happens like that or not, of course, is another matter entirely. Okay, we might have to divert either left or right. This is where these map options come in really, really useful. And according to that, we're going to have no problems whatsoever, which is good. I need to go back to here and metar, there we go. Okay, wind is from the southeast 130, so that's not going to be a good plan of action what we've got there. So we don't want to do any of those. We want to select an approach. So 130, that'll be, so if we come back here, we're coming in from 130, we don't want that, that's going to be one, best is going to be 180. Okay, so our nav approach, so we're going to be, again it's going to be either that side or that side. It's probably going to be that side. No, it'll be that side with VIG, because we're coming up from up here in this general direction. So we'll turn off onto that side and come down and back in. Okay, so a missed approach was climb to 7,000, direct wagon on track to, and hold, continue climb to 7,000. Okay. Like that. And our initial fix is going to be 5,000. So let's go on to that. Oops, wrong one. We're going to be wanting that. Enter. We're going to be going in from Wivig. Enter. Barrow is 700. So we're still going to be going Barrow. That's going to go up to 700. Okay, that looks good to me. To clear this, no problems. I'm amazed it's 2 days in a row we've had virtually clear skies, which is lovely, especially for this area. The barometer setting. 1003. Okay. So I might as well set. Oops. Might as well set that up now. There we go. There's a little bit of a bay down there, so we're going to be travelling from there along, dropping down to 5,000 feet for our initial fix at Wivik, and be 5,000 feet all the way down to Jutuks, dropping down to 4,000, and then to 4,500 for Huduk, and then go Moiwig, 3,300 to come down on our nav approach. So that's our arrival briefing done, more or less. Off slightly, so we'll reset that. Try again. Sounds good. It's amazing what an add-on mesh can do. So the only thing that really breaks it for me is the way the snow lines, I've said that before earlier, it's the way the snow lines act. Like this. But still. So, are you guys still there? There's still 3 watching, so I presume so. A bit of turbulence as we go over the peak. A lot of turbulence as we go over the peak. So yes, I got a new motherboard and CPU, 12700F turn up yesterday, not yesterday, the day before, with a excuse me, MSI Pro Z690 motherboard, ready for Raptor Lake, and the Be Quiet Black Rockfall, Dark Rockfall that turned up with it is didn't have the right brackets, so that's getting sent back on Monday. And in the meantime, I've got to try and find a solution for that. We've got the i35, but according to the specs for the i35, the Arctic. Sorry, not the Arctic. Yes, it is. It's the Arctic i35. Is only just capable of keeping the 12700 cool. So I'm looking at probably an all-in-one. So I've got 3 or 4 that I've actually managed to find that has got the LGA 1700 brackets in with the box. So hopefully I'll get that sorted out on Monday, double check things on Monday, and take it from there. So I may not be streaming next Saturday because I'll be cursing me computer because it's in bits and I can't get it together, or the computer. First world problems, eh? Right, let's have a quick gander. Still in the green, still in the green, still in the green. All good, plenty of fuel. Carrying along. I've got 65 nautical miles to VORILI. So we're going straight over the top of the airport basically, and then coming down to the thing. So we've got 22 minutes still to go before we've got to start worrying about the approach. Still no controllers online near us. Don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing, but still no controllers. Really do have to get to grips with this CRJ 700. A bit more turbulence. Go over these valleys. Let's have a quick look outside, shall we? So the wind's coming from over there, coming down these valleys. And we're flying straight through it. And we've got another ridge in front of us, so we're going to get a bit of buffeting from that. So I'm just trying to pick out the looks like it's going to be around about there somewhere, possibly. So 180. Is there? Sorry, is there? So it's not, it's a lot further off than I thought. It's over there somewhere. We're starting to get a bit of cloud on the horizon. Really ought to do is have that spy up. So there's a guy out there ahead of me somewhere. No idea where. Oh, that looks like him. So straight ahead of me, but he's a long way off. So the chances of me seeing him are 0. He's what, like 30 miles away? 30, 35 miles away? Going straight across on those. So we've got another 15 minutes to go. Definitely beautiful country to get eaten by a wolf or a bear in. Too far south for polar bears. Grizzlies are bad enough. Right, still keeping an eye out for this guy. He should be up there somewhere, but I doubt if we'll be able to see him. As I say, he's over 25 miles away. If we was at night, we might have a chance, but we're not, so we probably won't. Over there somewhere. That kind of like makes it blue. Sorry, the White Cliffs of Dover pretty insignificant, really. Cliff face there. Okay, now this looks a bit more promising. Hoofis Lake ahead of us. Wind can't decide what it's doing. Regardless, it's only 3 knots, so it's not going to give us too much hassle. So it's the turbulence we're getting off of the hills below us that's going to give us any hassle, if anything. So he's way off to our left now. Might have just caught a flash up there. Not sure. I think I might have seen a strobe over there. But if he's up in the clouds, we'll be lucky to see him. Still no controllers. So we're going to be landing on Unicum. Okay, just 28 nautical miles to go. 9.5 minutes. So in theory should be able to see the runway, the airport over in front of us at some stage. So we're going to be going straight over the runway, then we're going to be heading down that valley, dropping down to 5,000 feet, so 5,500 feet initially, and then around and then in on 180. Okay, it's 3,000 feet above us. That's 2,000 feet. No, we've got no chance of seeing him. Looks like he's also descending. Okay, 20 nautical miles to go. It's not much of a clue. Though it seems to be around about there somewhere, looking at the map. That might be it there. It's the right shape. And if so, that's going to be 1/8, which we're going to be landing on. Okay, 13 miles. does look suspiciously like an airport. Iliamna traffic, Skyways 2123, 9 miles to the southeast. Full stop landing, runway 18 via the RNAV approach. Yo, Doody.
Back again.
Hello, back again.
Hello.
Hello.
Guess who's back? Back again.
You sound far too bloody happy.
I know, I am. I've only had one beer so far.
I've just about finished my beer.
Oh.
Don't drink and do aerobatics, you'll get a wet crotch.
It's worked well for some Red Arrows pilots.
Right. Well, we've got to our destination. We're just about to start the approach.
Just still watching it. Still watching it.
Hello again.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Didn't envy the pop.
Right, I've WhatsApp. Have you got WhatsApp web? Yeah.
I've got it. Just going to put it together and run it side by side.
Oh,
6 seconds left. Ooh, is it MK? Ah, it's MKB.
So we've got 3 miles to go before we're overhead the airport.
is this your second or
So that's where we're going to be landing in 5 or 10 minutes. Maybe a bit longer.
Are you able to do that file in MP4 format, mate?
Who, me?
No.
No, Jacob's just recorded a simulation of the accident that we witnessed and I filmed.
Okay.
And he's replicated it in his simulator almost like for like.
Yeah.
And I was just going to run it alongside the actual footage I filmed and just as a comparison.
Okay. Iliamna traffic, Skyways 2123 overhead the airport. 10,000 feet, descending 5,500.
Not sure. I don't know if you can use a file converter. Is it because of the terrain you're doing this high approach, Bob? Or
High approach.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
If I bring this across. So basically we're here, we're just going over the airport. We're heading down over here to Wivik, and it's a 5,500 5,500 base. till we get to Jutuks, and then it's down 4,000 and 3,000 as we come down the valley. If you see, we've got this down here.
I can see that. Oh, I see it on the chart there, right? So basically, it's right. So it's not a GPS approach for one hit. Got it.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I just can't get my head around, Jacob. Every time I see it and I rewatch the footage and I look at that, I'm like, for goodness sake, you can get a PC-12 safely in airshot. I mean, how hard is it to get a Cessna in?
Very hard if you know it, apparently.
Apparently, seemingly not know how to land an aircraft.
Wait there, I'm gonna have to do it again. Because I've changed OBS to record.
Okay. So basically we're heading for that peak over there right now. We're going to turn left. Sorry, we're going to turn right there onto our base.
What it is with this USB cable, but it really doesn't like this type C. Oh, do either of you have a Type C to Type C cable?
Yes.
Do you have a
No.
Do you have a plug for that, or you don't have one, Bob? Have you seen one before?
I've got a Type A to Type C converter. I've got several of them actually.
No,
I've even got a Type B to Type C converter.
Because I knew Type C was becoming standard, but when I was in Germany, the VW Polo I had, and it's a 22-plate one, it was a Type C connection.
Oh,
so
right.
it had to be a Type C to Type C cable.
Yeah. 1,000 to go.
Whereas obviously my card's just normal USB to Type C connection.
Yeah.
And all the other ones I've had with that as well. The Toyota I had in Poland the week before was the same as it was USB to Type C. I've never seen a Type C to Type C.
I would imagine that they are around.
Any luck with that file convert, mate?
Okay, let's check. Green, 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 green. Fuel, plenty of. Landing lights are on, strobes on, the rest of the lights are on. That's off. We're good. Slowly coming down to 5,500. Well, that's the capture. captured at 5,500. All good stuff. Put the foot down a little bit just to keep the speed up. Next thing is our turn at Wivik, on for basically our base. And that's in approximately 2 minutes. A bit of turbulence as we come off the face of that. The meta is saying that the wind direction is 130, but this is saying approximately north. Is varying between 355 and 008, so we'll see as we get lower. Oh, excuse me.
Uh-oh, I hear pilot fatigue.
Yep. You'd be right. I'm on I'm on mornings next week, so I'm going to be getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning again.
No.
Right, here we go for the turn onto base. Iliamna traffic, Skyways 2123, turning base for RNAV approach, runway 180, Iliamna. Look at that. People scoff at low and slow flying. So we're going to
I'm concerned we're in a G-Reg aircraft.
Oh, ye of little faith. Okay, we're heading down to Jutux. As soon as we start turning as Jutux, we can drop down to 4,500. Hopefully that'll update then. So let's, oops, wrong way, 4,500. don't know why I'm doing this. There's nobody around me and there's no controllers, but it's good practice. Iliamna traffic. Iliamna traffic, Skyways 2123, turning final, approach, runway 18, Iliamna. Sorry, carry on.
You are BMC. You are BMC, so.
Yeah. Look at that. We're still on an IFR flight plan, so what I'm doing is correct. Bit OTT, but it is correct as far as I'm aware. And there's the lights for the runway. Runway is in sight. Right, so vertical speed down 1,000 feet per minute. Cut the speed off a bit. So take the foot off the pedal so I don't get too much speed. Should be okay. Still below the glide path, which is good.
I think I've just done it.
Yeah.
I think I've actually just about done it. I have to redo it, but I think I've done it a lot better this time.
Really?
A lot better, like, it's starting to freak me out.
Yeah, side by side.
Okay.
There was something I had to take into consideration during the landing.
That was...
When he initially ballooned, like flared balloon.
Yeah.
It wasn't over the threshold, it was only over 200 feet down. And once I did that, it played out perfectly.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because initially it looks like he's aiming for the markers at the end of the runway, and then he just, as you say, balloons upward, and then gradually it's like ground effect.
Have a watch of his wings.
Right. Now we're going down for our final 3,300.
Watching. This is entertainment, because I've got Bob on this screen, I've got you on there. This is so cool.
You can just see that looks a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is. Even the speed and everything, the momentum as you're carrying it. Yeah. Yeah. Braking.
Boof.
Yeah. That's it.
What do you go? What do you do? Go off the runway or something?
Do you wanna see it, Bob? But basically, once I show you, I will have to kill you.
When I've landed.
Okay, I'll show you. Actually, yeah, I'll show you once you've landed and once the live stream's off. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the
But yeah, it was yeah. All the time I was watching it, and I'm thinking, Jacob's saying it. Jacob's saying, go around. I'll tell you that actually.
Can you support Dog
Right.
API?
Approach active.
Give
And
it a
the
try.
glide
AVI
path
match.
is captured.
Nice one.
Thank you.
I
Have to
the
catch
one
you in the act.
that's closing the door.
Oh yes, that one act.
This fella's a gig and a half.
There's some geezer who's bigger than me who got in the Gemini as well. I felt very...
Iliamna traffic, Skyways 2123 established. Final on runway 18. Iliamna. I know what I want to say, but it doesn't come out properly. That's just practice. Right, first stage of flaps. Bit of up. Don't want to let the speed go down too much. £2,500, 700-foot minimums. Right. Coming down to Sawyer, we should be at 1,100 at Sawyer. 3 nautical miles to go. Is in sight. Oh, this is going to be a interesting landing. Getting thrown about a bit.
Some food in the oven.
Excellent. It's a bit late for food, but well, maybe not for you.
Goodness, mate. Usually this time I'll have only been in the house for Sorry, I'll have only been in the caravan for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Alright, come on, let's land this mother duck.
Let's make like a tree and rustle.
Yeah. Like a leaf in the wind.
Right. Let's come past Sawyer, 1,100 feet. We're on track. 87 knots. Let's get the last stage of flaps. Bit more wunch. Make sure we don't lose too much speed. 77 knots is ideal. Fully established.
School reunion, wow.
Checked. Minimums, continue.
Don't tell me what the land is, I'm about 20 seconds behind.
Oh. Getting thrown about a bit. I know that.
That's it.
Seen the picture that I just sent you.
Just one sec, I'm just watching Bob's land.
Threshold.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So,
Yeah, you can see it.
Crikey, even on the centre line.
This is looking good. This is looking good. This is looking better than that Cessna pilot we watched the other day. Oh, don't flow it too much. Put it down, put it down, put it down, put it down. Oh, bounced.
That didn't. Fibber.
Jeez. I've seen harder Ryanair landings, man. What you playing at?
Fibber.
That's my middle name. That was actually really good. Well done.
Oh, come on, turn.
Google Drive.
Iliamna traffic. Right, this is Skyways 2123, backtracking. Runway 182, taxiway Alpha.
That photo of the windsock is from whose photo?
Yours?
That's from my photo.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, so it is, yeah.
I actually just sent it.
Yeah. But you can see it clearly even on the video, mate. You can see the windsock on the video.
Oh yeah.
I'll show you on the video. It's better on the video. Because I can zoom right into it.
Right. Iliamna traffic, Skyways 2123, clear the runway.
Wait,
right, let's clean up.
This is live stream.
Three to choose from. Let's go for him. 4 to choose from. Yeah, okay. That'll do. Brakes
Nicely
on.
done, sir.
Right, brakes on. Down to minimum. Condition lever is off. Cut off. That's off.
You know Newcastle Flyer on Twitter, Jacob?
Everything's...
Yes, I think I follow him.
He's got a drone.
Why does it go on and on?
Ha 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 ha.
No, like he's got a proper drone.
That's really boosting that self-esteem.
Right. Let's switch
You're a
off.
pilot. You've got wings. You don't need self-esteem.
That was good of me.
You just look down on the rest of us.
Literally.
Okay, battery is off.
Yeah, it's like suckers, haha, losers.
And that's off. And that's the
You dare mock me,
complete.
peasants.
Right. So
Like,
we've got.
you should have done better.
That's all that's done. We've done 2 legs of the tour. All happy days. Let's stop that recording. And that PIREP is submitted.
Get those links.
Disconnected off
Yeah.
there.
Just downloaded that.
And that's it for the evening. So, despite everybody talking on Discord, people, I shall love you and leave you, and we shall